I have to say, I am thoroughly, thoroughly disgusted with what a trusted teacher pleaded guilty to. And I could care less. I'm not on social media, so I wouldn't have known. I could care less how I got the information. I have a daughter, and trust me, if God forbid a million times, I would probably be in every street corner, every school, every outlet to get this out, because your job is to protect our children, first and foremost. I haven't heard one thing about the victim. Not one, not one. And I'm like legitimately horrified at it's the utmost violation of a student. And so I haven't heard anything about this poor child, that whatever happens to this man, and I do hope that he gets the maximum. I will say this, that poor student has to live for the rest of her life being a rape victim, while, if I didn't misunderstand, this man is retired, still gets 100% of his pension, and we don't know what his sentence is going to be, if even a sentence. So that to me is the most disturbing. So that said, because I'm sitting in the audience and there's so many things, so I want to be very transparent as always. So my question to you is how, and by the way, I commend you for everyone signing that, because I think if one person didn't sign it, it would have been more disturbing, because it is about protecting our children. So I thank each of you for really standing up for what you all signed up for, and that is protecting our children first and foremost. So my question is, how are we going to ensure that this doesn't happen again? And I know that there's no magic card. I know that there's no, but it's horrifying at such a tender age. It doesn't matter what age, but my gosh. So are we putting anything in place? Are the teachers, what's happening?
So you make a, Ms. Ferreira, you make a very good point, to the point that we were talking about earlier. As part of my efforts to put this letter together, I sent out an email to each and every board member asking them if they would allow for their names to be printed as signatories to this letter. It was in that email that I explained that this would be our public position. I got a response from each and every one of those trustees saying that yes, please print your name, print my name as a signatory. So it jogged my memory in terms of where it was that the public position piece was in. It was when I was asking them individually to please sign their names, or to please allow for their names to be printed. To your point, in terms of what can we do to ensure this, you know, I wish there was a way that we could guarantee that this never, ever happens again. We already do all of the in-house training that we're supposed to. We already meet all of the requirements of the law. We have an amazing staff, and I'm not just talking about teachers, just everybody right across the board. Ultimately, I am going to say that probably the most effective thing that we can do is exactly what you're doing with your group in the anti-bullying movement, and that is empower our children, right, so that they can trust the adults around them, so that if there's something like this that does come up, they have to be able to say something. They have to be able to say something. They have to be able to say, Miss Millie, guess what? I'm not doing well. I am experiencing this, that, or the other. Ultimately, what we need to do is, and this is probably one of the benefits and the upside of putting that letter out to the community. And some may disagree. So we have to step away from shaming the victim. You know, because this was something that was done to this person, and not, as some would say, you know, I don't know, maybe this student was part of the problem. Because I've heard that out there. Well, you know, some kids, you know, they throw themselves at adults. It's amazing that we have adults who are saying that. There's no case, at least in my mind, where you can blame a child when something like this happens to them. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so